Tabuk was once called the Valley of the Gamonangs. The Gamonangs are a Kalinga tribe which dominated northern Kalinga some centuries ago. This tribe was reportedly hostile, that it provoked the anger of southern Kalinga tribes into joining forces against the Gamonangs. The invasion by the allied southern tribes upon the Gamonangs left many dead in the battlefield. Soon, a terrible epidemic followed, which almost wiped out the Gamonang tribe. Those who escaped death were believed to have fled to the southeastern hills bordering the provinces of Isabela and the Old Mountain Province. Since then, repopulating of the valley began sometime shortly before World War I. Then Lieutenant Governor Walter Hill sent 6 volunteer pioneers to re-inhabit the place. 3 of these settlers came from Sitio Tabuk, while 3 others were selected from Lubuagan. The settlers from Lubuagan failed after suffering from malaria. That left only the settlers from Tabuk who started tilling the soil at Laya under the leadership of Gulit. Between 1922 and 1923, a second group of settlers came from Bontoc Mountain Province. They also suffered from malaria, but they held on and the place became a thriving Bontoc village. In an effort to push forward the colonization of the area, despite the appalling mortality of another Bontoc colony at Tuga, volunteers from Cervantes Ilocos Sur were brought in. They were supplied with farm tools, including mosquito nets and kitchen utensils. A certain Alo Caparas, a graduate of the Constabulary Army of Baguio, now the Philippine Military Academy, was assigned to manage the colony. Vicente Buslig, a nurse graduate of the Baguio Hospital, and from Apayao, was sent to look after the health of these settlers. Inspired by their success in the settlement at Tuga, the Cervantes settlers crossed the Chico River eastward, right to the heart of the fertile valley. The group was headed by Fructoso Galema and Inocencia Candelario. There they found a living spring of fresh potable water. They settled near this spring and were later joined by settlers from Sigay, Ilocos Sur, led by Leon Bangisan and Pedro Balacang. Thereafter, prisoners from the Ilocos came in headed by Francisco Villoya, who settled in Bulanao. Dionisio Falgui brought in a group of Ilocanos from La Union and settled in Apas. They were joined by Lauro Arizala's group from Zambales. Abraham Omao from Lubuagan chose to settle in Bulanao. The settlers' harvests were abundant. The hills offered them plenty of venisons and pork from the wild hogs. The creeks were full of fishes, crabs and lobsters, but there were no roads and no markets for these products. Malaria casualties continuously depleted their number, but the pioneers held on. The municipality of Tabuk is politically subdivided into 42 barangays. Tabuk is 548 kilometers from Manila via Cagayan Valley and 514 kilometers from Baguio City via Mountain Province. It has an aggregate land area of 64,170 hectares. It is equivalent to 20.99% of the total land area of the province. About 60% of its land area is devoted to agriculture, while the rest are residential, commercial, industrial, and forest zones. The different tribes in the municipality, except for the Gamonangs, prefer to stay in the uplands of Upper Tabuk. They till the uplands as kaingin farms. They are also engaged in hunting and fishing, bartering their products in the market of Tuaw, Cagayan for salt and clothing. Tabuk holds so much promise for agricultural development, given its fertile lowlands watered by the Chico River Diversion Dam, a steady source of water that has enabled the farmers to produce rice round the year. Agriculture, being the major occupation of the people, has the biggest share in terms of land area due to its wide plains and available water supply for irrigation. Its semi-rolling and rolling hills are covered by coffee and fruit orchard aside from banana. Other portions are very much suitable for cattle and carabao raising. Thus, it has become an agricultural center and has continued supplying tons of rice to Metro Manila and Baguio City, including its neighboring provinces. The municipality is noted with the quality of rice being produced. The rice varieties produced in the valley have a very different taste from the same varieties produced in the other towns, so tasty and delicious. Aside from rice, the other primary crops are corn, coffee, and coconut. At the intersection near St. William's Academy, stand tall the remnant of Tabuk and Kalinga province rich farming industry. The white carabao became a cultural icon to the locals, symbolizing Kalinga as the rice granary of the Cordilleras. This monument was constructed from funds raised during the Tabuk Municipality Popularity Contest, in conjunction with its 1958 Town Fiesta, which was won by Miss Rowena Bagtang.